So how do you get your avoidant partner to change? How do you get them to heal? The answer is you don't. Just because you love this person doesn't mean you can change them. And loving them harder doesn't change them either. If you're with a partner that's dismissive, avoidant, and they are not showing up for you, they're not meeting your needs, they pull away when you get vulnerable, they pull away when things get real, they fail to show up for you in any capacity, they disappear when there's conflict, they struggle to commit, they disappear for days, their communication is inconsistent. Or if you're in a long-term relationship with them and they're essentially like a roommate and you have pleaded and you've told them what your needs are and they're still failing to show up for you, you might want to get them to change, but you really can't. People can only change themselves and you can only control yourself. But what you can do is start showing up for yourself. You can set your limits. You can set boundaries. Boundaries are your limits of what you'll allow, what you won't allow, what you need, what you don't need, what you want, what you don't want, and what you'll tolerate. You can set that. Boundaries are not about controlling the other person. They're about controlling what it is that you will tolerate. Look deep within and ask yourself, what works for you? How do you want to be treated by your partner? What needs do you have? And start enforcing that. One of two things is going to happen. The avoidant is either going to recognize that you have boundaries and they could potentially lose you because you might enforce your boundaries with yourself, and they might be incentivized to make some changes, but they have to want it, or the relationship will come to its natural conclusion, which means it ends. But you lose a one-sided relationship that was not meeting your needs. You lose a partner that wasn't showing up for you. You lose a relationship where you were feeling more anxious and you were self-abandoning because your needs were not getting met and you weren't showing up for yourself by holding boundaries. You got to start by showing up for yourself. You can't force the other person to change, but you can control what it is that you will allow. And there's many coaches and therapists out there on social media that'll tell you how to manage the avoidant, how to tiptoe, walk on eggshells and avoid triggering them to keep them in the relationship. But what kind of relationship is that really? If you're constantly trying to manage them, manage their triggers while sacrificing your own wants and needs, that's the recipe for self-abandonment. And that's the recipe for anxious attachment, because you're teaching yourself through your actions that their needs matter more than yours, and you need to earn their love and prevent them from leaving and get them to choose you. There's nothing more anxious than that, and that's not healthy. Stop self-sacrificing. Show up for yourself. Hold boundaries.